Hi, everyone. Welcome. I made it today. I had a few appointments this morning, but I wanted to make sure that I was here between, I think I said I was going to be on today between 12:30 and 1:30. So here I am. Hello. So as we begin today's session, I want to just say welcome aboard, everybody. I know it's holidays. We're already in them. I can hardly even believe that we're already in the holidays. Isn't this crazy? But here we are. It's been a long year, but here we are. We made it. So I just want to welcome everybody. This is Energy Work Studio coming to you. And I wanted to just go over a few things with you that I know I've talked about in the past, but I've had several people ask me, could you go over the hot wall stuff again? That was really interesting. So I'm going to go over that just a little bit with you all today and do some free samples if anybody's interested. If you're having any physical pain of any kind in your body, whether it's your hips hurting, your knees are hurting, they're aching, if you have arthritis somewhere, think what else? If you're feeling anxiety, if you're feeling depression, any of these things can actually be brought on by trapped emotions being caught in the body and stagnate. They just sit there. What happens is they duplicate and they have layers upon layers upon layers. So there's a heart wall, and I'm going to go into that, and it can get larger and larger and larger, slowing down the capacity for the organs and glands in our bodies to work efficiently. So as we continue, let's just jump right in here. Let me see. Where do I want to begin? Let me see. I have left myself a few notes so that I have some detail that I can pass along to you that I know would be very instrumental. So let me just see if I can pull those up. Hang on. I got them here. And here we go. Yes. All right. So as we begin, a hot wall. So what the heck is that? So let's just go over that a little bit, and then I'll go over anybody that jumps in and wants to have some examples of this. If you want to sample this work, I'd be happy to help you out. So part of caring for someone's heart energy, we all need to do that, is to determine whether or not we've put up a heart wall. Now, this is really important. This work shows us how powerful, this work that I've been involved in with the Emotion Code Body Code, it shows us how powerful the heart wall is, okay? And the heart wall is a separate space that is set up by your subconscious mind when we experience something traumatic or when we're exposed to something that's difficult, okay? Most of which, all of this starts in our childhood. 90% of it starts in our childhood, such as, let's say you went through a divorce in your family, your parents got divorced and you were just a young child. Stress in the home even, that's going to bring on a heart wall. Job loss, death of a family member, death of a friend, death of a pet, they're part of the family. If you moved away from the area and you were just very young, that's going to set one off because now you're going to make new friends. You're not going to get to see all your cousins if you had a lot. It changes our structure, our organs, our glands, everything shifts. So these difficulties oftentimes are not processed. And that's what remains in the system. And we just drag those along into our adult life. So with that said, the subconscious creates a heart wall automatically by shaving small amounts of trapped emotion energy elsewhere, already in your system, that never got processed. You didn't really know what was going on. You were upset. You were sad. And it makes our system crazy, bringing it to the heart center. Okay? Anything that it can find, it's going to use in our bodies, and it's going to drag it up to the heart center. And it builds a protective wall with these vibrations. We can hold as many as 365 trapped emotions from our system at any given time. 365 at any given time. So even after somebody has a heart wall released, we can still grab trapped emotions caught somewhere in our bodies if we're doing things that are over exaggerated. And I'll give you a perfect example of that. I myself moved earlier this year, and towards the end of the week, it took a week to move. Towards the end of that week, my knee on the right was killing me. I didn't know what the heck I did, but my right knee was killing me. So I thought, oh my God, did I tear something? Did I pull something? Was it a ligament? Was it a tendon? Meniscus? Whatever. I didn't know, but it was agony. So finally, by the end of the week, I just stopped what I was doing and I just sat down on the floor, meditated for a minute, and tuned in, just like I do for clients. I tuned into my own subconscious higher self, and I asked, what is going on with my right knee? There's so much pain there. I don't know what to do with it. Did I injure it? Did I fracture it? Did I do something? So I'm asking as I tune in. This is how you tune in using muscle testing. Okay, this is called kinesiology. This is a yes answer, solid lock. Okay, and this is a no. It can't hold the information, and this is just a no. If you go to a chiropractor or if you go to a nutritionist, they use this avidly, always. I mean, this is not new. This has been around since 1964. This is not new work, kinesiology. So what they do usually is they use an arm of the person, the client, and they just press on the arm, and they're doing the same thing. They're looking for a yes or no answer, just like I'm doing. So they'll ask a question. If it's a yes answer, solid lock, the elbow stays locked. If it's a no answer, the arm gets weak and it drops. So it's the same thing with this. This is a yes, solid lock. This is a no, can't hold it. All right. So 95% of people have a heart wall and they don't realize it simply because of the way they think. You know, many people lead diminished lives, sad, unhappy. They believe that this is just the norm because they don't know anything else. They don't know any other way. They didn't even know that this existed. So they don't know any different. This is not something that will release on its own in time. It holds the system down with low frequency emotions that were unprocessed and they just remained in the system. Okay. And things like, and I work with a chart and we work with 60 different emotions that are very low frequency. Let me just get my pencil here. Very low frequency. There's 60 of them here. Okay. So there's 30 in each column. So we have column A and then we have column B. Okay. And there's 30 in each column. And then these are the organs and glands that bring them in, believe it or not. So these two organs and glands here, that's the heart and the small intestine, they can bring in these 5 or these 5, but they can't bring in anything else. So each set of organs and glands brings in these across from them, just so that you understand how this works. So we work with 60 trapped emotions. So when they remain unprocessed in your system, such as depression, abandonment, frustration, love unreceived, fear, anxiety, heartache, anger, bitterness, grief. And grief is a big one. When someone crosses over and leaves us, that's a big one. So let me just give you what happens is, this is the yin and the yang that we're talking about. So let's just use, the mother. I think the mother is over here, and her energy is the yin energy, and it goes to the child. See it right here. Same thing with the dad. That's the support energy, that line. That's the support line of energy, energetically, that comes from the dad. It comes from their hearts. It goes directly to the children in their family that they've had. And you can see the chakra centers. It fills the child's chakra centers, or if you had more than one child, and it's going to work on all of the children. It just depends on how many children they had. But this is just to give you an example of how that works. It comes from mom and dad. So when they leave us, that thread that connected us to dad, let's say, okay, or that thread that connected us to mom. You can see right here. That thread, I'm going to put this down for a minute. That thread that connected us to our loved one snaps as they leave the earth frequency, as they leave this earth vibration. That thread of energy that we were connected to them snaps and lets go of us. So that's why we feel so much grief when someone leaves. It takes us a long time. Some people longer than others. Some people it takes them a year or 6 months, a few months, several years to get over it. It's because that thread of energy that we were receiving from them is no longer coming to us from them. But we can still remain connected through our intuition that's connected here. You know, that soft spot you have in your head, still connected there. So we can still, through meditation, through intuition, in here, we're still connected to them that way. And we can still communicate with them. If somebody wants to believe that, you can. But until we get through the grief, it takes a little bit of time to get to that point. But don't quit, is what I always say. Don't give up, don't quit, because they're still around us. So once we regroup, we can reconnect. So, or another thing is, like if your parents are divorcing when we're really young, it shifts a child's energy. I mean, you could be really young, your parents get divorced when you were 4 or 5, or it could be when you were a teenager. It shifts us. It shifts a child's energy frequency. And then not only that, we have a lot of trapped emotions that we're experiencing, we're feeling. You know, we're feeling hurt. We're feeling like, what's going on? What's going to happen to me? What's happening, Mom? You feel abandoned. You feel betrayed. You feel hopeless, helpless. You had lack of control over this whole situation between mom and dad leaving each other, separating, divorcing. There's anger that you're feeling. There's bitterness. There's resentment. You see how this crap comes in? That and more, there's 60 of them, we drag with us into our adult life. And if we don't get that stuff released, you know, we have a difficult time moving through emotions with relationships of our own down the road. Okay. So as long as we have that heart wall in place, we're going to continuously attract low frequency emotions. And we're just going to keep adding more and more layers. And that heart wall is going to expand, expand, expand. So the heart wall, let me just see if I can give you another example here. It's similar to this. I mean, you've all heard of an aura, right? Well, this is an aura around a male, and there's another one here of a female. We each have one, okay? So I'm going to just, for simplified terms, I'm just going to show you the one. Okay, so a male and a female, we each have our own aura, okay? It's 6 feet wide in any direction around you. In front of you, behind you, either side of you, up and down, over your head and below your feet, 6 feet. Your heart has its own field of energy around it, and that's 12 feet wide. So it's double the width of this. So that just goes to show you how powerful the field of energy is around the heart. And more importantly, what happens to that field when we have a heart wall created now? And it's using that field of energy around the heart. Very powerful. So people that have chronic anxiety, PTSD, depression, typically it's a heart wall issue, okay? And an example of this, having a heart wall can affect a person's body in 2 ways. First, a heart wall interferes with the free flow of heart energy to the brain and throughout the body. This makes it more difficult for the body to heal itself because there's no connection to the brain, and may affect one physically, particularly in the upper neck, upper back, and shoulders. Secondly, heart wall interferes with our ability to manifest abundance and love in our life. It's very challenging for us to be able to do that because what it's doing, sadly, it's repressing, it's holding. It holds everything down. It holds everything down while it's in place. It's just protecting the heart, but it was never intended to be there permanently, just to protect the heart. So what happens is, with an electrical component of about 60 times greater and an electromagnetic energy field 5,000 times greater than the brain, the heart has a significant influence on the body, down to the cellular level. Now, the brain's rhythms, along with the respiratory and blood pressure rhythms, certain entrainment with the heart's rhythm, making it the most powerful organ. So it's been proven that the heart has a brain, and the brain in the head obeys messages from that heart brain. So when there's a disconnect between the two, they're out of sync. There's no coherence, and the circuits then cancel each other out. So like an aura, field of energy around the body, that expands 6 feet, as I explained. The heart field of energy is 12 feet wide. So when we create a heart wall, it's in that 12-foot mark. But what happens is that 12-foot mark can expand beyond 12 feet. Now, I've worked with clients releasing heart walls that have had heart walls thousands of feet wide. Ridiculous. It just depends on traumas and challenges that people have gone through in their lifetime. So each time someone experiences something traumatic or challenging, the subconscious automatically adds another layer, or in other words, a duplicate of a trapped emotion that's already in your body elsewhere, and brings it up here to that wall that it started, and it's just going to keep creating it. All it's doing is it's shaving a small amount of energy off of whatever's in your body and dragging it up here. So it's creating a wall. It's getting bigger, larger. It's crazy. And we'll see changes in the person when they have one of those. The body can only hold so much trapped emotion. Eventually, it weakens the system, weakens the organs, weakens the glands, weakens everything. Eventually, I'm sure you've heard of people that have had knee replacements, hip replacements, thyroids removed, gallbladders removed. That's trapped emotion energy frequency stuck in the body way too long. That's what's deteriorating the system. We were not supposed to give up our organs. We're supposed to keep them. So the heart wall was never intended to be there permanently, only as a temporary protection to something that you were going through that was traumatic, difficult, challenging to experience, or something difficult to process. So a heart wall, that just simply means it's a barrier protecting the heart from the pain of heartache and heartbreak. That's all it was supposed to do. It just got a little bit out of control, as you can see what's going on in the world these days. With all the divorces and separations, and people are a little bit lost, and things are shifting now. We can't concentrate on negatives that are going on, because what's happening is all of the muck and mire that's out there is coming to the surface and releasing stuff that we didn't even know was out there, that was even happening. It's just coming to the surface now. It's been there. We were just never privy to it before. It's because we're awakening to it now. So your heart physically and emotionally plays a critical role in keeping the body functioning properly and in coherence with the brain and the body. Important. The subconscious knows everything about an individual. It's like a computer chip in the human body. It's amazing what it knows, what it holds. It holds all the information from anything that you went through that was challenging. Any thoughts that you ever had, good or bad, surgeries, accidents, if you were an alcoholic, if you were a drug abuser, if you were using prescription drugs, it doesn't matter. It holds every single thing you ever thought, said, or did. Whereas the conscious mind lets go of that eventually with time. It just doesn't hold it all. So It's here that a practitioner receives that information in connecting with one's subconscious with permission. We have to have permission from the person to be able to do that. If we don't have permission, we can't connect with their subconscious. We have to have consent from the conscious part of the mind to tap into the subconscious mind to help them, because we're not doing all the work, their body is as well. That's why we have to have conscious permission. So once we connected, we retrieve information simply by asking questions. It then directs us to the areas of congested, stuck energy that we're going to release. So consequently, we are working together with the system as an assist. We're not doing all the work. The body is also working. We're doing it together. And actually, when a practitioner tunes in and connects with one subconscious, we're one being. My ego steps out, their ego steps out. We're one being at that point, them. Okay? So each trapped emotion is the size of one's fist. That's the size of just one trapped emotion, about the size of a baseball or your fist. So like I gave you that example earlier of my right knee, and I had 10 or 15 trapped emotions caught there. This size, 10 or 15 of these that size, that's why my right knee was in such agony. So they do have a size, there is depth to them, okay? So if we have many caught in one area, it can greatly affect the human body by weighing it down, and that affects, because they have a frequency all their own, remember. And then the organs and glands, muscles, bones, tissues, they have a frequency all their own. Everything is energy and a vibration. So if we have too much in the body, it's going to affect the organs and glands, bones, tissue, muscles, etc. It's going to throw them off. It's going to weaken them. And that's what creates dis-ease in the body. And then eventually, if it's there long enough, disease, kidney stones, gallbladder problems, cancer, arthritis. It just weakens the system too much. So we use the governing meridian that runs up and down the front and back of your spine. And where it starts is right here. It goes up over the crown, down the back of the spine to the base. And we use magnets or fingertips to simply release once we've set the intention after we have found it. So let me just show you a cheapy little magnet you can buy anywhere. These are like cheapy little magnets you put on your refrigerator. Okay? You can use this. It's the magnet. And we're just releasing 3 or 4 rolls once we find whatever was stuck in the body, whichever trapped emotion was stuck in your body and where it was stuck. We release it with that, and then we just simply ask, did we release that successfully? 96%, 98%, yes. If we didn't, we go back in and do it again. Okay? So as we continue, and the reason we use magnets is because they're very powerful carriers. Very powerful carriers of intention. That's why we use them. And that's why we use the governing meridian. That's Chinese medicine. It's the largest meridian in your body, and that's the reason we use that one. So, very powerful using magnets with that particular meridian. It's the only one we use. Now, in the book, The Secret, the theory is to change our thinking to more positive thinking. And it really is effective. It's very, very helpful. But it's not 100% complete in that trapped emotions radiate their own signature vibration out to the universe. So it's close, but there's still something else contending with that. The vibrations of these 60 trapped emotions that we work with, they're very low vibration, and they have their own frequency. So that's what we need to release from the body, okay? We're literally releasing that out of the body to the universe, harming no one, taking it off the planet. So those vibrations trapped, unfortunately, we continuously attract. And that's the most important part of this work, to release these frequencies so that we can think, be, and live more positively, more effectively. So I hope that helped. Anybody that is tuned in and listening to this, if you have any questions, you can certainly leave a question here. If there's anybody that's interested in trying this or sampling this, if you're in pain, or, I mean, it doesn't have to be anything major. It could be something lightweight. You could be feeling anxiety. Leave me a post if you're here. Just let me know. I'll post it myself. Hello. And just put in the chat. Hello, I'm here. I can see you. Yes, I can see you. Or no, we can't really hear you that well. If you're here and you're interested in this, give it a whirl. That would be great. All right, so as we continue, I'm looking to see if I can find live. There we go. Okay, here we are. I was going to say, what happened here? Julie. Hi, Julie. You have a lot of upper neck and back. Okay. Yeah, that could definitely be trapped emotions. Let's just try it. Let me pull in here. I'll pull up a sheet. Okay, Julie. How long have you been having the pain in the upper neck? Upper neck pain, upper back, upper neck. How long have you been having that? And what is the pain level on a scale of 1 to 10, honey? 10 being the worst. Oh my God, take me to the hospital. What is the pain level? 1 to 10, honey. And then I'll tune into your system and see. Julie. And Julie, all I need is your age. If you could give me that, I can see when that was picked up in your system. So just give me a little input here. So I'm going to tune into your system right now and see if I can connect to your subconscious higher self. All right. All right. I'm just going to get real quiet here for a minute. Tune into Julie. She's asking a question about her upper neck and back. So what's this pain there? I'm just tuning into Julie at this moment in time. This comes right from the higher realms. You have as 100% love light frequencies to my own heart center, subconscious higher self, DNA, and cells. With discernment knowledge, I'm asking permission now to connect, and I'm using muscle testing. I'm asking at this time to connect to Julie's subconscious higher self lovingly. Connecting. We have baseline connection. Okay, I have connection. Okay, let me put my other glasses on. Here we go. If I can find, I have another pair of glasses here. Hang on one quick second. Let me get my other glasses. I think I actually dropped them. Okay. Here we go. I'm back. Just put my other glasses on. I was outside in the rain and I put them down. Okay, so let's see. Julie is 35. Okay, Julie. Let's see. Lately it's been about a 4 or a 7. 4 to 7, okay. Yeah, depending on what's going on, absolutely. Right now it's about a 4, okay. All right, so let me just see what we can find here. This woman is saying that she's got upper back pain and upper neck pain, and it's generally around a 4 or 5, depending on the day. Right now, is there an underlying root issue going on here that we need to look into with the emotion code, body code? Is there trapped emotion here? See, I'm getting a yes. I'm sure that you saw this earlier. I gave a demonstration. This is a yes. This is a no. So yes, I'm getting that you have trapped emotions caught in the upper back and upper neck. So let me just pull some of that out and see if the pain drops. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to use the chart. This is the chart that we use that holds trapped emotion, and this is This is all of them and the organs that bring them in. Once they're in, they can go anywhere in your body. Okay, so let me just use the chart to find where they are. So where is the trapped emotion that we're going to find that's causing her so much pain and grief in her upper back and upper neck? To column A, column B. Okay, so we're going to go to column B. 3, we're going to 3, B3. Confusion, defensiveness, grief, self-abuse. Now, self-abuse, just so that you're clear on this, can be many different things. It's not just simply cutting. Remember years ago that people would term self-abuse as hurting yourself physically and cutting or hurting yourself, upset with yourself. It's not just that. It's taking a back seat, putting everybody else first. That is also self-abuse, okay? So let's just find out if this is something that you picked up in this particular lifetime. Is this prenatal, preconception? Is this prenatal, preconception? Is this something she picked up between 30-35, 20-30, 15-20, 10-15, 5 and 10, 8 years old? She picked this up at 8? Yes. Do we need more information? Let's release it. Again, I'll use a magnet first just so that you can see the difference. So this is a magnet. And then I'll use my fingertips next because your fingertips are magnetized. I'm going to release that trapped emotion that's caught in your upper neck, upper back, self-abuse, lovingly. 3 or 4 rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have we successfully released the trapped emotion of self-abuse from Julie's upper neck, upper back? Okay, look, there's a yes. So we've released it. Let's continue. Does she have more trapped emotion there? Okay, let's keep going. Column B, column A. We're going to A. 5. We're going to A5. Remember, there's 2 columns here, A and B. So we just went to B3. Okay, so this is B. You can see it right here. We went to 3. Okay, and we were asking about these 5. We came up with self-abuse. All right, so now we're going to A, column A. We're going to 5 right here. We're going to ask about these 5. Okay, so I'll be back with you in a minute. And you can let me know if you're feeling any release while I'm working on your system, okay? As we continue, we're at A5. What is the trapped emotion that we're looking for? Is it blaming, dread, fear, horror, irritated? You were irritated about something. Is this prenatal, preconception? Is this something she picked up between 30-35, 20-30, 15-20, 10-15? 15. Do we need more information? Let's release it. 2, 3, 4, 5. See, no, I just used my fingertips. Did we successfully release irritated? Yes, we did. All right, does she have more trapped emotion here? Let's continue. Column B, column A. It kind of looks pretty fast the way I'm doing this. Leave me some information. Let me know if you're feeling anything shift in your body. 2. A2 is where we're going. Worry, nervousness, disgust. Something you were very disgusted about. Let's see. Is there something that was prenatal, preconception, something she picked up between 30-35, 20-30, 15-20, 10-15, 12. See how most of the stuff we pick up when we're working on somebody's body is from our childhood? It's still there. Just had never got a chance to be processed. It's still there. So that's why we're finding these young ages, 8, 15, 12. So 12, is that the age she picked up disgust? Okay, so do we need more information? No, let's release it. Successful? Yes, we released it. She have more trapped emotion here? Yes, column B, column A. 3, we're going to A3. Sorrow, sadness. Let's see when she picked up sadness. Prenatal, preconception? No. Is this something she picked up between 30-35, 20-30, 15-20, 10-15, 15? We need more information. No, let's release it then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Successfully released? Yes. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of childhood. Yeah, that's why I wanted to get back to hot walls today. because people had been asking, can you give us some more information on heart walls? It's interesting. You know, most of the junk in our trunk is from childhood. And unless we have somebody releasing it at a child's age, I mean, I'm working with parents now, this generation, I'm working on their children so that they don't have to be like us, going through our whole life carrying all of this stuff around. I've got children that I'm working on now, 15, 12, 8, all ages. And I'm releasing junk from their trunk as well so that they're feeling different and they're not going to carry it into their adult life. Yeah, I'm sure it was, sweetheart. 15, I'm sure it was. Not fun. But guess what? You're doing something about it. You're listening to your higher self cry out to you and say, try it, try it, try it. What have you got to lose? And look at you tried it. You're already feeling lighter. That's awesome. So you're listening. That's the key. You're listening. You're paying attention to your higher self. So let's continue. Let's ask. Does Julie still have more trapped emotion here in the upper neck, upper back to release? Yes. Let's keep going. Column A, column B. 6, 5, 4, 3. Stubbornness, self-abuse, grief, defensiveness. Is this prenatal, preconception? Is this something that's replaced between 30, 35, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 15? There we go. Do we need more information? No, let's release it. 2, 3, 4. Successful. We released it. She have more trapped emotion caught here in the upper neck, upper back. We're getting a no. We got it all. So we did release 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We released 5 trapped emotions just from that one area. That's why that hurts so much. Remember I gave you the story earlier? I had 10 or 15 trapped right at my knee, my right knee. Agony, because you got to figure they're that size. They're the size of a baseball, a fist or a baseball, just one. And you had 5 in this area. That's why it was so painful. Oh, good girl. And that's the reason you had the cancer. It creates all of this work that we're doing here. It creates dis-ease in the body. And eventually it throws the body off. It weakens the body like this. And then the organs and glands in your body, they can't function as well. And then their frequency starts to drop. That's how we create diseases in the body like cancer. Uh-huh. Okay, wow. Let me see. I'm trying to find here we go. How? Oops. Okay. Yes, good. You're paying attention to your feelings and your husband's feelings and how you're affecting his. Okay. Low back. Yeah, absolutely. Let's just check your low back, see if there's anything going on there. Before we do that, what would you say the pain level is right now? It was between a 4 and a 7. Has the pain level dropped below a 4? Give me a number if it's dropped. I know you said you were feeling some shifting, and it's going to continue as the day goes on. It's going to get less and less and less. Generally, within the first hour or 2 is when you feel it. So if it hasn't happened immediately, it will shortly. Just let me know before the segment is over, okay? So let's go to your low back and see if there's anything there. She's got some pain. What's the pain level in the low back? Yeah. Has been throwing the lower back off. Yes, it definitely is doing that. Yeah, see, it's the what I just worked on, it's down to a 2. Great. We just ask, is there any other trapped emotions that we've missed, caught in the upper neck, upper back? No. Okay. Is there any underlying root issue that we need to check into here with the emotional body code? No. It'll work itself out. It feels lighter already. Yeah. And it's going to continue. and eventually it'll just stop. When I had that issue with my right knee, when I moved earlier this year, I was in agony. It was 10. The pain level was a 10. And I use myself often as an example because I do work on myself all the time. And I also have a colleague that works on me as well. So I'm constantly clearing and working on myself because if I'm not doing the work, I can't help my clients. I can only help my clients as far as I've cleared. I have to really be on top of clearing myself. So the pain was a 10. The pain was completely gone when I had that pain in my right knee when I moved. The very next day, there was no pain at all. At all. I'm glad it's down with 2. Feels lighter, good. Lower back is about a 7. Okay, let's see what we can find here. Lower back. Level 7. All right, let's see what we got. So we're going to still maintain with Julie, and we're going to check her low back. Now she has some low back pain. It's a level 7. So I'm asking, is there trapped emotion surfacing here, ready to be released, that's triggering that pain? Yes, it is. Okay, so let's see. Is there also an underlying root issue going on there that we need to use the emotion code, body code with? No, trapped emotion. Okay, so let's see. Where are we going? Column A, column B, 3, B3 again, confusion, defensiveness, grief, a lot of grief. Let's see that. And grief is tough. Whether you're going through a divorce, a separation, a break of some kind, or somebody crosses over and leaves us. That's tough. Grief is tough. Pull it together, though. You can do it and work through it. Just stay with it. So grief. Let's just ask, is this prenatal? Is this preconception? No. Is this something she picked up between 30 and 35, 20 and 30, 15 and 20, 10 and 15? 15. Okay. Need more information here? No. Let's release it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Successful? Yes, we've released grief. Okay, you can, honey. If this is so easy, we can all do this. That's why Dr. Bradley Nelson is the one that brought this through for all of us to learn it. So I've been working with him for a long time, and it's just amazing. Okay, so let's just continue. Is there more trapped emotion going on that's caught in her low back, but it's surfacing, ready to be released? Yeah, okay, so where are we going? Column B, column A. 4. A4 is where we're going. Anger, bitterness, guilt, hatred. Okay, let's see when we pick that up. Is this prenatal, preconception? No. Is this something she picked up between 30 and 35, 20 and 30, 15 and 20, 10 and 15? 15 again. Need more information? No, let's release. 2, 3, 4, 5. Success. Yeah, we released it. She still have more. Gonna be 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, so B5, conflict, creative insecurity, terror, unsupported. Let's see. Is this prenatal, preconception? Is this something that took place between 30, 35, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 12? Need more information? No, let's release. 2, 3, 4, success. Continue. She still have more trapped emotion here. Okay, I'm going to pick up the pace just a little bit just so we can move this along a little bit. Okay, so as we continue, she still have more trapped emotion low back. Yes. Column A, column B. Any other? I'm sure there's plenty here. Column B. 3. Okay, B3. Where are we going? Stubbornness, self-abuse, grief, defensiveness. Is this prenatal, preconception? No. Is this something she picked up between 30, 35, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 5 and 10? 7 years old. Need more information? Let's release it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Success. Yeah. She still have more. I'll be 5. wishy-washy, unsupported, terror, creative insecurity. This is prenatal preconception. Is this something she picked up between 30, 35, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 5 and 10, 7. More information, let's release it. 4, success. She still have more. Column A. 6, 5, 4, 3. Crying, discouragement, rejection, sadness. I'll jump right back in here in a second. Sadness, just prenatal preconception. No, is this something she picked up between 30, 35, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 15. Need more information, let's release it. 2, 3, 4, 5, success. You still have more? Let's just see if we got some info here. You're very welcome, honey. Okay, does she still have more? Yes. Column A. 6, 5. 1. Abandonment, betrayal, forlorn, lost, love unreceived. Okay, just so that you can see what I'm working on here. We just went to A1 right here. So I asked about these 5. So we're doing work, but we're working with your system. Your subconscious is giving me this information. I don't know you from Adam. Your subconscious is giving me this information. So the one that we found was love unreceived, and it's these 2 organs that brought it into your body. Okay, these 2 organs, heart or small intestine. Once it's in your body, it can travel, it can move. Okay, but they're the ones bringing it in. Okay, just so you understand how this works. All right, so as we continue, love unreceived. Is this prenatal preconceptions? Is something she picked up between 30, 35, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 12. Okay. The sheet, need more information. Let's release it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Success. Released. She still have more trapped emotion here? Yes, she does. Okay, so let's just see. Oh, I just need that. Sorry. I dropped it. Okay. Now. All right. Let me just move this over a little bit. Give me a little more room. How's that? That's better. Okay, let's find more trapped emotion in her system. Column B, column A. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Worry, nervousness, disgust, despair. Okay, just prenatal preconception. Is this something that took place between 30, 35, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 13. She picked this up at 13? Okay. Make sure I heard that right. Do we need more information? No, let's release it. 5, successful. Okay, we released it. Does she still have more trapped emotion here in her low back? Column A, column B. 1, 5. So it's B5, conflict, creative, insecurity, terror, unsupported, wishy-washy. Something you were wishy-washy about. Not sure about, doubtful about. Continuing. Is this prenatal preconception? Is this something she picked up between 30, 35, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 5 and 10, 5, 6, 7, age 7. More information. Let's release it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Success. She still have more here. Column A. 3, A3. Sorrow, sadness, rejection, discouragement. Is this prenatal preconception? Is this something that she picked up between 30, 35, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 5 and 10, 7? 5 and 10 is 7, okay. Do we need more information? Let's release it. 2, 3, 4, success. Okay. She still have more trapped emotion in her low back. Yep. Okay, let's continue. Column A, column B. You must be feeling a lot shifting right now. Good, honey. I'm happy this is helping you. Good, good, good. Uh-huh. Difficult years. Yeah, there it is. There it is. It throws our circuitry off because we're not equipped for all that emotion when we're little kids, even if we're teenagers. We're not equipped for all that emotional turbulence. So when mommy and daddy get divorced, they're like Santa Claus. What the heck? What do you mean you're getting divorced? Where you going? Where am I going? Where am I going to live? What's going to happen to me? This is what your body is doing inside. What's going to happen? Oh my God. Huh? Oh, I don't feel good, mommy. What's happening? Where are we going? That's what the body is doing inside the inner child. It's freaking out because it doesn't know what to do. It's not equipped for all that emotion. So that's why I say most everybody that I work on, that's where we find all the junk. And it just goes from there. It just keeps going. It stays in there. Whatever we're finding here, we're dragging it into our adult life. That's why I'm saying I'll test before we get out of this today, see if you have a heart wall. And we drag it along with us in our adult life. So our adult life becomes a little bit challenging and difficult because we get all these trapped emotions in here. Mommy and daddy got divorced when we were little, so nobody gave us a good foundation. Look for this, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we find things when we're children. So we're in column B. Where are we going? 1. We're going to 1. 1. Vulnerability, overjoy, insecurity, heartache. This is prenatal, preconception, something she picked up between 30, 35, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 1 through 5, 4, age 4. Need more information? Let's release. 5, success. Continue. She still have more trapped emotion here. B. 3. Stubbornness, self-abuse, grief, defensiveness, confusion. It's prenatal, preconception, something she picked up between 30, 35, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 5 and 10. 8. Need more information. It's released. 2, 3, 4, 5. Success. You still have more trapped emotion. Okay. 3. Crying, discouragement, rejection, sadness, sorrow. It's prenatal, preconception. Is this something she picked up between 30, 35, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 5 and 10. 7. Information is released. 2, 3, 4. Success. You still have more. B. 1. Really, joy, insecurity, heartache. Another layer of heartache. There we go. This is showing you another layer. Okay. We don't need to know the age because once it's in there, it's in there. Okay. So you picked up another one. I can tell you the age, but it's still in there. So it's another layer. So you already had one in there. Okay. Just going to show it to you flat. Now you got another one on top of that. So you have another layer. So you see how wide the heart wall can expand because we have all these layers. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger because of the layers. It's duplicating. All right, so when did she pick up heartache in this one? Is it the same age? It says prenatal, preconception, something between 5, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 5 and 10. 10, age 10. So see, you've just carried it along. See how it works? You just carried it along. Yeah, absolutely. Old stagnant pain in the low back. Yep, that's exactly right. And good for you if you can get up and walk around a little bit while I'm doing this and then come back and sit down. And also stay hydrated. Water, water, water. Drink some water while I am working on you. So if you can, get up and walk around, go get some water. I drink a ton of water and elderberry syrup mixed with water. All right, let's continue. Heartache. We need more information. Let's release it. 2, 3, 4. Success. She still have more trapped emotion here in her low back. Have we completely, utterly, totally, successfully released all the trapped emotion servicing? Bingo. Let's see what we got. 10, 14 trapped emotions. Well, 14 layers, I should say. You had 14 layers and 13 trapped emotions because one of them duplicated. You picked it up. Let's see, heartache. You picked that up twice. Once at age 4 and then again at age 10. So there's your layering. So there was a total of, those are the two same. You have a duplicate there. So that constitutes your layers. So there's a total of 14 layers, 13 trapped emotions in total. And it has all been completely released from your low back. How's your low back feeling right now? Let me know. Why don't you get back? I know you went off to get some water. Let me know if the pain level dropped from 7. Okay. And in the meantime, we'll just see if there's anybody else in here that's looking to have some work done or wants to step up and try it. Oh, okay. All right. She's still moving around. Okay, so was there any underlying issue going on in her low back that we needed to look into with the emotional body code? No. So it's just a trapped emotion. And she had 5 trapped emotions and no layering at the upper neck. Okay, great. Okay. And let's just check to see if she has a hot wall. Okay. Okay, right now you're rocking and you're about a 3 or a 4. Good. It's making you want to stretch. That's awesome. Let's just see if you have a heart wall, since you told me that you had gone through quite a bit when you were young. Let's just ask. Since we still have baseline connection to Julie, yes, we do. Does Julie have a heart wall? Yes, you do have one, baby girl. So let me just see if I can give you some information on that. How wide is it? What age you picked it up? Hang on. All right, so she's 35 years old. How wide is this heart wall anyway? The average field of energy around your heart itself, okay, the energetic field is 12 feet. Let's see if it's wider than that. All right, so let's just ask the question. Her heart wall, is it wider than the energetic field that surrounds her heart? Is it wider than 12 feet? No. Okay. Is it 12 feet in diameter around her? 11 feet, 10 feet. It's 10 feet wide. That's not very big at all. That's wonderful. I've had many, usually in the thousands or hundreds of feet, 200 feet, 100 feet or more. So just to confirm, Julie's heart wall is only 10 feet. Is that correct? All right, so let's see what was the age that she picked this up. Between 30 and 35, 20 and 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 5 and 10, 8. You were 8 years old when that was picked up. Something you went through was real challenging at 8. And that's when it was created. Okay, honey, just so you know when that happened. And that it is also 10 feet wide. So there you have it. Something you might want to consider having released. Contact me if you are interested in me doing that work for you. I'll give you some more information. You can go to my email. It's sherry@energyworkstudio.com. And I'll go from there and give you some information, honey bun. And I'll work with your system to release that heart wall. You don't really want to be dragging that around because it's just going to hold everything down. It's not going to go away. They don't release on their own. Just like trapped emotions caught in your body, those don't go away. We have to release them. So if that's of interest to you, you can also go to my website for more information and just go to the testimonials page while you're in there and look around. There's lots of information in there about the emotion code, the body code. There's also an educational video on the home page. I wrote a book, A Change in Perception. You can actually read an excerpt from it. This is what it looks like. A Change in Perception, and you can read an excerpt from the book if you're interested. So while you're in there, I mean, just look around. There's lots of things you can look at in there. Testimonials, though, would be really important. You can see that I work with people, animals, and children, and some of the work that I've done on any of them. And then if it resonates with you, shoot me an email again, Sherry@energyworkstudio.com. You're very welcome. You have an awesome Thanksgiving. And thank you, everyone that tuned in today. I hope that you enjoyed this. And it's the season of giving again. It's the season that I like to say I feel this way all year round. This is just my personality. I mean, even the challenges that I've been through in life, I just try to live that way every day, like Thanksgiving in giving and being grateful for the things that I have and not for the things that I think I don't have. And also for the holidays that are coming beyond that. I like to think that we can all work together. We're all here helping each other, help each other. All right, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. If you celebrate, take care, be safe, and I will be back next Wednesday. And if you have friends or family members that you think have something that they would like to have released, have them tune in and subscribe to my channel so that when I am live, you'll be notified. All right, everyone. Take care. Bye for now. Love and light coming your way.